Um, it's interesting that I haven't read in the newspaper, but I heard it was in the newspaper today that our superintendent made a statement that he wants to say who he don't want as his boss, in essence saying who he do want as his boss. I know all of us would like to have a position like that where I can pick and choose who's going to be my boss. That's the best of both worlds. But sometimes it doesn't work that way. This council attempted today to try to put to rest my appointee on this board by tabling it. But I want the record to show that I voted also to table it today, which means I voted on the prevailing side, which means according to our rules and orders, I can bring it off the table whenever I want to. And next week, I'll bring it back off the table. Gentlemen, you got to deal with it. I don't care how you do it, you got to deal with it. And, of course, they've gone one step further.
No, I have gone one step further.
They've gone one step further. They're going to change the rules and procedures for the council meeting. And it says that any item of business that has been defeated by a vote of the majority of the members of the council may not be reintroduced for a period of 30 days unless the members of the council give unanimous consent to consider it. You know, I would think that not only the thousands of soldiers that we've just buried over the last few years who fought in Iraq, but I think back about our soldiers who fought in the Vietnam conflict, the Korean conflict, World War II, World War I. I can go further and further back. They must be turning over in their graves because here we are in 2007 in the United States trying to deny people the right to speak and to deny people their rights when they've died for rights of other countries and other peoples throughout this land. It's a sad day in the city of Gadsden when this happens. And, you know, I've tried to be nice, and they said I'm the troublemaker and that I'm the guy who creates the problems. But I also got some other bit of information I think is going to be very, very interesting to the public when we find out what people in power does or try to do to dictate situations. I don't have the letter in hand right now, so I'm not going to make a statement until I get the letter in hand. Contrary to popular belief, most folks think I just be talking, but when I talk, I know what I'm talking about, and I have facts to back it up. So as soon as I get the letter, which will probably be next week, we're going to make an announcement. As a matter of fact, we're going to have a news conference here next week. And we're going to not only focus in on what's happening here in the city of Gadsden and let the people in Gadsden know, but we're going to let the people in this country know what's going on right here in the city of Gadsden. So I invite all of y'all to be back next week for our news conference because we're going to alert the national media and everybody else we know as to what's happening here when they're trying to stop one little old council member from talking. You know, it's a sad day when a person can't finish his comments without having the meeting adjourned. A sad day. I might not like what you're saying, but at least I give you the opportunity to say it. Nobody on this council and nobody in this city can say that I've ever tried to stop anybody from talking or saying what they wanted to say. I had a lady standing right there at that podium talking about me like a dog one day, and the council wanted to stop her, and I told them, you can't stop her. That's her right. Whether I like what she's saying or not, she has a right to say it. She's a citizen of this country. This is a free country. But then I come along and this same group or a similar group wants to stop me from making comments. Gentlemen, it's a sad day. It's a sad commentary for us if we've gotten to that point. And I just think more than the city of Gadsden need to know about it. But see, I'm going to be the bad guy when all the media come in and start reporting all this stuff. Because I started all of this. I didn't start anything. But I guarantee you we'll help finish it. Thank you.
Well, Robert, you were talking pretty well into my grounds. I don't know if anybody's stopping you talking. I adjourned a meeting one time when you were going the second time around, but you were offered a pretty good length of time to talk as of today. And last week. It was all over the front page. Every time I picked the paper up, there's your picture. You've said it here. They reprint it, and you go on from there. But I would remind you that you voted for these council procedures before, and they basically were about the same thing. My concern when you were talking, and I read it this morning, was, and I don't mean to talk directly to you, but I'm going to. When you call people liars, and you call people white racists, and you call people all this sort of thing without any proof, and you talk about all over the state that council members are also council persons on the boards of education, that was untrue. And you continue to do this thing. Now, your agenda and your politics, I like you, but I don't like your politics. Your agenda is to do this. My agenda is to stop you. And you're smarter than I am, so I have to work harder at trying to do that. So that's where I stand. Whatever you put up, I'm going to fight you all the way on.